I said I'm worried that more box women.
That's what I thought you said.
All right, welcome back to another School Principal Reacts. We're continuing to review these episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants, again, based totally on you guys' recommendations. I do enjoy the ones that are school-themed, but I enjoy the other ones as well, particularly the ones that you guys recommend. They have been very, very entertaining, and as you know, I always like to include viewer feedback in my content, whether it be just suggestions in the comment sections or polls on my community posts. This one is called Fear of a Krabby Patty, and ever since I reacted to the episode called Graveyard Shift, you guys started recommending this one big time, so I can't wait to see it. I think you guys said this one was a similar theme, so I'm really curious to know where those comments came from. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below and subscribe to the channel, especially if you enjoy my content week after week. That way you won't miss any of my content. Let's go ahead and get into this one. Ready. Okay, just a couple of thoughts right off the bat. I do love the intro there. It really gives you an image. This one's going to be kind of scary, kind of like Graveyard Shift where they get scared. I don't know, though. I don't know what happens, only what you guys have mentioned in the comment section. And I've never seen Krabs here in any sort of arts, doing any sort of arts. He usually just cares about money, so I'm curious to see what this is, unless this is somehow some sort of way to make extra money. And look at this. His hat is on top of his eyeballs. That's kind of weird. I'm curious to see what he is actually painting here. I knew it. I knew it. I was thinking, no way he's doing this just for fun, like it's a landscape or something like that. It's going to be somehow connected to him earning money through his business. And sure enough, he's making a new sign that says the business hours. Yeah, that's what. Okay.
The chum bucket opened 20.
Okay, this is really interesting. I think Graveyard Shift came first. I'm not sure. I'm wondering which one came first. I think it was Graveyard Shift. So far, this seems like almost a copy of Graveyard Shift. So Mr. Krabs in Graveyard Shift, check it out if you have not yet seen it. But he opens the Krusty Krab 24 hours because there are customers that are willing to pay for that. And so here he's extending the hours, not quite 24 hours, but now he sees that the Chum Bucket, which is Plankton's place, is open 23 hours. So he's probably going to go 24, but let's see.
So that little piece of flotsam Plankton thinks he can stay open longer than me, does he?
Okay, here we go.
I don't know. Why not?
Well, he's wrong!
Oh, okay, sure.
As of now, the Krusty Krab is open 24 hours!
There it is.
Did you hear that, Squidward?
Yeah, this is like almost the same so far, because I remember in Graveyard Shift, Squidward here was like, no, please, I want to go home. I don't want to do this. I don't want to work, first of all, and I sure don't want to work with SpongeBob here longer than I absolutely have to. And SpongeBob is excited, which is odd. It's odd because SpongeBob loves the Krusty Krab and he loves working, but there are plenty of episodes where like he needs to sleep. I remember that in the one where he Drive Happy, he needed to sleep. I remember in Procrastination, he needed to sleep and he got all tired and couldn't go to sleep. But it appears on episodes like this, he just can go 24 hours a day without stopping, without a problem. But curious to see if this is going to be the same kind of plot line or if it's going to be different in any way.
We get to keep working and working and working
It's the same.
without ever having to go home. I gotta pinch myself because I must be dreaming. Ow! 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 Ow!
By the way, this is my favorite song. I love the music of SpongeBob, and this little tune is my favorite of SpongeBob. I really got to like it in the boating school, probably one of my favorite episodes, boating school, where Patrick is teaching him how to drive and giving him the instructions through that radio, and there's this music playing. That's probably one of my favorite SpongeBob moments.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Okay, you can stop now.
Ow! Well, I'm not dreaming.
Okay,
Open
24 hours.
hours, eh? I knew he couldn't resist staying.
Okay, so Plankton is very clever, and sometimes Krabs does kind of outsmart Plankton, but he is, to me, more conniving and sometimes more clever. So apparently he did that just to get Krabs to be open for 24 hours so that he can, I guess, steal the formula. That's what he seems to be all about. Let's see.
Open later than me. My evil plan is working perfectly. He'll run his employees into the ground, and when SpongeBob's mind finally cracks from exhaustion, I'll get him to tell me the secret Krabby Patty formula.
That's it.
Why aren't you laughing?
I've heard this joke before.
All right, everybody! The Krusty Krab is entering.
And I was wondering about that. Notice that Plankton said that his plan was to get Krabs to get them to work for 24 hours, which I guess, like in Graveyard Shift, they were just going to work indefinitely. And I'm like, can he do that? Number one, can they really continue to physically work for that long? And number two, I guess there's no like Department of Labor or anything like that that would have a problem with that. Sometimes in the SpongeBob universe, I do notice almost like other government entities. I know there's police everywhere, but I don't know if there's labor laws in the SpongeBob universe. But he says they kind of act like SpongeBob can just work forever, and SpongeBob certainly doesn't care. But then Plankton is like, he'll get exhausted and then he'll tell me the formula because he won't be able to resist because he's so tired, I guess is his plan. Let's see how this is going to go here.
Day 3 at non-stop service.
Non-stop service. Day 3.
Day 3.
Krabby Patty, I don't care if we have to stay open till the day after the end of time. As long as I'm with you, I'm complete.
How about that?
Day 10 at non-stop service.
10.
Mr. Krabs, can I go home yet?
No one goes home.
Look at these bags under my eyes. Even my bags have bags.
Fix your belly.
And I'm wondering, like, is Krabs staying there too? I remember in Graveyard Shift, Mr. Krabs, when he told them that they had to work 24 hours, he was like, nope, I have a life. I'm going home. You guys work the Graveyard Shift. So he looks pretty fresh. I don't know if he's been going home every day, but SpongeBob and Squidward have been staying there, I guess, for 10 days straight. Let's see how they do here. I'm curious to see what SpongeBob is like at this point.
Aiken Squidward, you don't hear SpongeBob complaining, do ya?
Krabby says I.
Oh, man.
You could.
And this kind of makes me feel like I felt in a few other episodes that Krabs just shamelessly exploits SpongeBob. It's really not good when you think about it. He just exploits him, and whatever kindness he shows to SpongeBob is really just to keep him working day after day so that he won't quit cooking the Krabby Patties and keeping that money flowing into his pockets. But obviously this can't go on. I'm wondering what's going to happen here.
Learn a few things from that boy.
Mr. Krabs, he is not normal.
Yeah, he's not
All right,
normal.
You can
It's
sit down for 5 minutes. Then it's back to work.
5-minute break.
Drat! He's not collapsing from exhaustion.
Yeah.
But with a little more pressure, the sponge will crack like an egg. Then I'll be there to feast on the goo of his shattered psyche. A spider bug.
Spider bug.
Oh, come on. Krusty Krab, the restaurant that never closes. You'd like to place an order? 10,000 Krabby Patties? We'll start your order right away, Mr. What was that name again? Peter Plankton.
Peter
Wait a
Plankton.
minute. This isn't some kind of prank, is it? No. Good. We'll call you when it's ready, Mr. Langton. Kick it into high gear. We got a big order. I'm counting on you, boy. I need you to raise that spatula. Yeah, and I need you to say Team Krusty Krab.
Team Krusty Krab!
Oh, boy.
That's me, boy. Now make me 10,000 patties. And no breaks.
Yeah, You see that? Just exploitation. He goes back there and he gets SpongeBob all pumped up and then is like, make 10,000 patties. It's not great. But I'm curious, did Mr. Krabs not notice that was Plankton? I mean, he knows them. They've known each other since they were babies, apparently. I can't remember the episode title, but that whole backstory. But he doesn't recognize his voice, apparently, even when he talks normally there at the end. But let's see what happens here.
Did you hear that, Spatula? You, me, and 10,000 Krabby Patties.
10,000.
And the best part? No breaks.
Like a positive thing.
Day 15! Give it up for day 15!
Mm.
1,320.
Oh, no.
23!
Okay. Well, look at these eyes here on Mr. Krabs. So maybe he is staying with them for 24 hours a day. Day 23 in a row with no breaks, no sleeping. I guess it works a little different in the Bikini Bottom SpongeBob universe. Let's see how this ends here.
Give it up for day
6,654.
Ooh. 30 days.
1,120. 8,600.
Whoa.
Wait, what's going on? Whoa, whoa!
Hey,
Oh.
anyone know how many days it's been? I lost track.
43.
Mm. Oh, gross. Okay. Krabs, you need to let him go home. Obviously, there's no Department of Labor or anything that would put a stop to this, but look at these Krabby Patties. So the quality has gone down. Customers are not going to want these, and so the financial incentive is going to be gone. Hopefully, Mr. Krabs will see this and then put a stop to this practice.
What the flim-flam?
Oh.
What are you doing in here, boy? You're wasting...
Yeah, and some of these images, some of the faces that they've made here tells me this is season 4, and everybody always says seasons 1, 2, and 3 are the best. And I do notice the further you get into the other season, you see stuff like this, just a little cringe. I mean, look at this face. This is a little much, but let's keep going here.
It's all my food, boy.
Oh, hey, Mr. Krabs. When did you get in here?
Boy, I'm worried that... Got it?
I'm sorry, Mr.
What?
Krabs. Could you run that by me again?
Sure. I said I'm worried that...
That's what I thought you said.
That's pretty funny. You got to admit that's pretty funny, but it makes sense. And look at this this is either the countertop or the griddle or whatever. He's got a couple of patties. He's got an egg. He's got a few beans. He's got a fork, a sock, a rope. I don't know what that little pile of stuff is. Maybe a messed up bun. They're losing it big time. And he's been staring at nothing but Krabby Patties for 43 days. And so now he thinks that Mr. Krabs is a Krabby Patty. That's kind of interesting. This can't be going anywhere good. Hopefully they'll stop this soon.
Now let me offer this as a rebuttal. Stay back! I'm warning you!
All right, now you're just acting silly.
Uh-oh.
I want you to...
No! Don't eat me!
What?
I'm too chewy! Holy shrimp! They're everywhere!
I told you that shirt was hideous.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Did you catch that? So he's screaming. He's going really nuts, which, if it were possible to be awake for 43 days, I don't think that's been done. Even the world record, I don't know what it is, but it's nowhere close to that. But I can understand the hallucinations. And he screams at that couple that were eating at the Krusty Krab because he's seeing them as Krusty Krab burgers. And then the lady says, I told you that shirt was hideous. Like his shirt looked so bad that a random person went up to it. They didn't say, oh, that shirt looks weird. They just started screaming. And that's the conclusion she drew. That's pretty funny.
I want to live!
Come on, Krabs.
Mr. Krabs.
Come on,
What's
Krabs,
going
please.
on? Everywhere I look, I see killer Krabby Patties.
There. I'm sure it's not.
And there's the title of the episode, of course, Fear of a Krabby Patty. Yeah. And Krabs, you better wise up, buddy. He's your moneymaker. I mean, that's why he exploits him all the time. It's not exactly exploitation, but kind of. I don't like the way sometimes Krabs treats him. Even when he's being nice in a way that just keeps him working. So a fear of a Krabby Patty. So if SpongeBob is afraid of the Krabby Patties, he's not going to be able to make Mr. Krabs his money. So hopefully he'll put a stop to this here.
Nothing that getting back to work won't solve. Now here's your spatula.
No.
Spatula,
And here's the grill.
grill.
And here are some fresh
Uh-oh.
Krabby.
Yep. You see, Krabs?
There may be a problem after all.
What
Yeah.
does this mean?
It means there's something wrong with your head. Look, I think maybe you should see a professional.
Oh,
Wrestler?
okay.
No, a psychiatrist.
Oh, but
Just don't make him work 24 hours a day for 43 days. It's like, no, I want you to keep working, but let's have you see a psychiatrist and keep you working. Wow. This is not good, but hopefully, again, I don't think they work 24 hours a day in any other episode, again, except for Graveyard Shift. So obviously, this has got to stop at some point during the episode, but let's see.
where am I going to find a psychiatrist? Wow! Hey, look at
Okay,
this.
here it
Doctor,
is. Here it is. So I almost forgot. I forgot about the plan by Plankton. So he's going to have him visit him as a psychiatrist, which is a big problem because a psychiatrist is a doctor. So he's going to impersonate a doctor, a physician, to treat SpongeBob, to get information out of him, to manipulate his mental state. This is really kind of dark when you think about it, but let's see how this ends. I know he doesn't get the formula because he still didn't have it in later seasons. So let's see how this ends here.
Peter Langton, psychiatrist, specializing in Krabby Patty phobias. Gosh, I don't know about this, Mr. Krabs. Wouldn't I have to miss work if I went to see... Well, this looks like the place.
Yeah, look familiar?
Hello? Doctor?
Come
Chum
in,
bucket?
Mr. SquarePants. Please have a seat on the couch. Now, let's unload.
That's funny. Yeah, so you just put on a vest and a beard, and that makes you a psychiatrist. Okay.
all that harmful information in your little yellow head.
You're a bit smaller than I imagined, Doctor. But I guess that's why they call you Shrink. Do
Funny.
you think there's hope for me, Doctor?
Hope? Hope? When I get my hands on that formula, there won't be any hope for any of you. Yeah, I mean,
He heard
you'll
that,
be
didn't he?
cured in no time.
Oh, good.
Let's start with a simple exercise.
Jumping jacks?
I want you to close your eyes.
Okay.
Tighter. Tighter. Too tight!
Oh.
Now tell me what you see.
I see giant Krabby Patties.
Good! And what are they made of?
Hatred.
No, I mean ingredients. What are the stinking ingredients?
They're coming for me. No, no, no! Stay back!
Wait, where'd you
Uh-oh.
get that piano?
Yeah, where did he get it?
We're trying something else. I'm going to say a word, and I want you to say the first word that pops into your head.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Work.
Work.
Spatula.
Spatula.
Bun.
Bun.
See, the key.
Yeah, this isn't going to work. I think SpongeBob, even in this state, is just a little too simplistic for this. He's not going to be able to cooperate with what he's trying to do here.
Is to say something different than what I say.
Oh, okay. I got
Something
it.
different than what I say.
Potato.
Tomato.
Tomato.
I've laid out some words on cards here. These words are common kitchen ingredients. I want you to arrange them in any order you choose. It could be a poem or a secret formula. And oh, yes, a secret formula. Good. Let's do that.
You're making me nervous.
Oh, okay. I'll be over here then.
I'm finished. I arranged them into a piano.
Since your mind has been resistant to every mental technique so far, I'm forced to resort to my most powerful method of
Tell me
curing
no.
you.
Fiber?
No, hypnosis.
Okay.
Hypnosis?
Now, keep your eyes on this watch. When I count to 3, you will fall into a deep sleep. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. What's he gonna tell him to do?
Can't believe it worked. Now, when I snap my fingers, you will awake and tell me the formula. Hey, wake up!
He needs maybe his alarm clock, the sound that his alarm clock makes at home. I've seen that plenty of times.
What else is loud and obnoxious? Why won't you wake up?
La 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 la. Where am I?
Okay. I'm just gonna prepare myself. So, because this is SpongeBob's dream, and just that would be crazy enough. But it's his dream while he's afraid of Krabby Patties from working 43 days straight and being kind of sort of hypnotized and having these hallucinations. What sort of dream is this going to be? And he's just been eaten by a giant Krabby Patty in his dream. I don't even know where this is going to go, but I know at some point, surely he's not afraid of them anymore. This has to sort of end this plot line, but let's see how crazy this gets. Is it a... Yep. Oh, no.
Hey, SpongeBob. I heard your brain was sick. So I brought
I didn't see that coming. So he has this like friendly country voice, says, "Hey, SpongeBob." Okay.
you this cookie pizza.
Gee,
Cookie pizza.
thanks.
And here's some chocolate milk.
The king of flavored dairy drinks.
That sounds
Oh,
good.
Krabby Patty, I'm so glad we're friends again.
Just remember, SpongeBob, I'll always be with you.
What?
Right here.
In my heart.
It's like ET extraterrestrial. I mentioned that in another video, but look, I mean that's kind of what it reminds me of with the lit up finger, and it almost, his hand kind of almost looks like it. I don't know. That's a little weird.
Actually in your arteries. Now do me a
Arteries.
favor and wake up. Wake up.
Okay. I guess he just sort of had to sort it out himself, I guess. That's not how I expected that to go. I expected it to get really, really, really crazy. It was crazy in a little bit of a different way. Let's see what happens here.
It worked. I'm cured.
Mm.
But what about the formula?
Nope.
Oh, you're right. I better get back to work. Thanks for everything, Doc.
No, it's a lie. Therapy doesn't really work. You're still sick. Very, very sick. Seriously, get back to work.
Oh, all right. Well, that's the episode. That was a really funny one. I do appreciate those recommendations. They all seem to kind of roll in after I reacted to the Graveyard Shift episode. Check it out if you haven't seen it, but that one was really funny. It had a couple of dark parts, if you really think about it, with Krabs caring nothing about anything except SpongeBob working as long as possible, and then with the whole fake therapy there and the impersonation of a psychiatrist and all of that. All of it's not very good, but I am relieved that SpongeBob sort of worked it out himself and overcame his fear, and just all he needed was some sleep. He said at the end, and I was thinking that kind of the whole time, he just needs to sleep so that his brain can rest and process all of the different experiences that he's had. Hopefully Squidward got some sleep too, and Mr. Krabs himself, and I guess he finally put an end to the night shift. But I did enjoy that one. Again, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, go ahead and click the button below to become one, or better yet, consider becoming a channel member. I'm going to leave the video right here. Keep those recommendations coming. I do read all of those and take those into account, particularly if you're a channel member, but I do read all of them. I'm going to end the video here. I'll see you on the next one right here on School Principal Reacts. Thanks for watching.